tag is from Wessex Blades. Sandy JackLore, Wiltshire man, oversight. He tagged me via Funky Prepper via Sergeant Fruitcake, and he's basically doing myself an EDC dump. So I've slipped in the beginning the items I've got in my car. I'm not the best prepper in the world, I'm not the most organised person in the world. I just hurl it in the car and it's there. So I've got a little bit of oil, a little bit of coolant, the spare light bulb box, I've got a tow rope on the other side, a small shovel, a little bit of a cooking pot, I've got my bug out bag, a coat, a hat, foot pump, just small, nothing overly extensive items that are in the car. That's in my mind, I've made grounds, I've made a step forward, and that's about as far as I go with many things like that. So that's what's in the car when I go places. The places I go to, obviously I'm dressed different or I'm equipped different. If I'm off to Tesco in winter or autumn winter, I wear this coat. Why? It was cheap. I think I paid £4 for it, so it's a reflective RAC looking coat. It's warm, does the job, and it's big enough to get my gear underneath. Plus I'm the only one wearing one, so when you go dopey when you're finished, it's the big reflective orange one in the men's cloakroom. Okay, simple. I don't mind looking like a twonk wearing it, I don't care. It's just me. So this is my winter coat, summer I just wear the fleece. I work in dairy, so I'm in a chill section. So I wear this, it's like a River Island Top Man Shema. If you roll this one up, it goes a lot smaller than the other ones you get. If I try and screw that up, the same size, you see what I'm at? This fits in the pocket of my Tesco fleece far easier. There it is. Poke it in, zip it up. I've really got to ram one of these big ones. So when I go to Tesco's, I only have a cheap, fashiony cotton thing. When I go other places, I might bump up to this. But sometimes I go to work with that little black one, so it's just it's smaller and it fits in the pocket easier. What I'll do now is I'll go to another section, maybe inside, lay this one out and actually do my EDC. The other places that I'll go, I'll have a big shema and my multicam coat I've got from Strikeforce. So Tesco uniform, Claire Dickey's combats, Claire Dickey's boots, long sleeve Tesco shirt, t-shirt underneath that, basically dressed for the season. Remember that little nugget? Okay, that's my first thing. I'm dressed. Okay, the EDC and stuff is afterwards. If I end up broke down, I'm only a mile and a half from home or work, whichever way it is. If I'm on a longer journey, I don't want to be stuck on a roadside or a lay-by, not warm, not protected from the elements. It's this outer layer that's the most important. If you're going to invest a bit of money on kit, I know I spent £4 on this, but the actual what it affords me is a decent level of protection and high visibility as well. My multi-cam coat, you know, it sheds the weather, it keeps the heat in, it's big enough to get loads of layers underneath. If it's too much, I'll just take it off. If you don't go with it, you haven't got the option. So dress for the season is the outer core, and all the little detail bits is the other little detail bits of the EDC. The first thing is you dress for the season. So I'll go back inside and I'll lay this out and I'll go through what little knickknacks I've got. See you in a bit. Okay, so I've set up in the front room on a shema. Here's my Tesco fleece. In this pocket it'll be that small fashiony shema.
I should have 2 gloves. Now normally I get these out the bin when the fingers are gone. They're about half worn out. So there's a big hole in that one. And the thumb's gone on him. So when people throw them out, I pick them up. But I've actually got a pair, a left and a right. Just protect your fingers, protect your hands. That's my EDC on that side pocket. As you see, the quick way I can get a smaller shemagh in the pocket, to me it's less aggro than the full size one. It just goes in. The other pocket, I've got off of Amazon, a 600ml flask, steel, and it's wide mouth. As quick as, and I worked out that a 750 or a 900 wouldn't quite fit in. So when I saw they had 600s on Amazon, I got that. So that's what I go to work in. When I use my other coat, so my other employee sort of effort, that's my school. There's the multicam. What we got? Piece of paper. I got a crappy fire still wrapped in paracord, and if I warm it in my hands, take the cap off. It's one of those lighters there. I know I don't even do the buttons up. I don't use the awkward little buttons on the side. I don't use the awkward zips. I don't use those because inside it's only the mesh, and I don't want to put anything heavy in there and break the mesh. The other side's got a bit more in it. Should be gloves and glasses. So I've got a nice pair of gloves and sunglasses because I can't stand sunshine. It gives me headaches, so I have sunglasses. I can grab it with my right hand quickly when I'm driving, wear them in case you come around a corner. You know, you just know you're going to get the sun in your face. There should be my strike force on that side. There he is. Bit of tissue, a bit of loose change. I like my loose change. Not exactly Mr. Stealthy. That should be it. Obviously strike force, I won't do it over there, but that is a beast of a fire starter. Some tissue there. Right, so that's my 2 coats. This is a great bit of kit though. So, what am I wearing on me? These are my boots. Looks like should be in shot. Paracord laces, and these are seconds from Dickies. So I think I pay £18 for these. I'll buy 12s. There's my foot in size, width wise. My toe stops there. I can't get into anything less than a 12. I got hip enormous feet. So 12s. And then my actual EDC. Off comes the belt. And there's my little M2 waist pack from Maxpedition. So it should be, oh yeah, absolutely central. So Leverman, it's my blast. I'm still going with this as my main because the tools aren't accessible from the outside, Mr. Officer. So technically speaking, it's not a one-handed opening because you've got to faff about if you're gonna say it even then, right? It's a two-handed opening, so it's not deployable easily, readily, one-handed. So it's a multi-tool, not a flick knife. Just a nominal Dickies work belt. I'll put another hole in it because I don't know, I seem to be wasting away lately. The M2 waste pack. My central, just about. One side I should have, it's a Colt tactical pen. It's a bit awkward to write when it starts off because it's actually in the pack that way up, upside down. It's got a glass breaker at one end and a sort of DNA extractor turret looking sharp and vicious thing on the other side, but very handy having a pen. This one here is my Streamlight. And it's very bright. It's on its third battery now. The trick with this one is the belt loop or pocket clip that doubles back on itself here. So that goes on the peak of a cap and you wear it as a head torch. So that goes on the peak of the cap there. You turn it on and it's literally on the peak of your baseball cap. That slips in the other side. That's AAA powered and allows the button press and the light shines through the bottom, and I've used it like that a lot for hands-free light just to see where I'm going on the forest floor. It works, it really does. It's a pool of light on that thing. When we get deeper into the M2, there should be a little survival tin. Be great fun putting this all back in again. I've got a few little items there. It's just bartering. It's a little silver coin. 2 mini glue sticks. Rather than faff about using resin, you can actually melt the end of this near a fire and glue things together with it. So instead of a Bostik glue gun, mini glue gun, you can use fire to warm it through. Just an idea I had. Spare battery for the Streamlight. Mini tin. It's an Altoids tin. It's already been used for char cloth. It's always burnt to hell. Got 4 Ranger bands. Hopefully, if I put it in shot like this, Mr. Williams is almost organised. Inside there, it's a pack of sugar, a tea light candle. We'll come back to this later. Mr. Armoured Cockroach. We have a disposable throwaway. How accurate it'll be, it's not the point because I verify it with my analog watch. But obviously it's in a metal container, so it won't be that brilliant. I got some split weights, another ferro rod. This is in conjunction with the big one in my coat. I have another pack of sugar. I have a titanium kiridashi. I think this was from Sheepdog. It's a little kiri knife and a bottle opener. So that's in titanium. A few plasters. A few steri strips. Mini fish sewing kit, some more steri strips, a signal mirror, but I haven't pulled the peel off yet. Okay, and there are water purification tablets, all in a char cloth tin. That's the front section. When we get at the back, I think I'll do that next. Away from most of the metal, I've got, it's a bit dusty and grubby, a slightly better silver compass. So that says north that way, he says north that way. It's a little bit out, but there's two you can play off against each other. First in, a cigarette lighter with Ranger bands. Next in, Kinder Egg, and on here is written ibuprofen 200. Cotton wool to keep them going. And I got ibuprofen 200 milligrams and antihistamine. That's little miniature Kinder Egg centers. Should be another one. This one says para, so that's paracetamol. Again, cotton wool to stop them shaking themselves to pieces. So between the pair of them, you've got ibuprofen and paracetamol. You can take them both at the same time. And the antihistamine is in there. I don't get tablets that are the same shape. So my paracetamol are round tablets, shaped like that. I get the ibuprofen that got the shiny look to them, sort of caplets. So they actually look different. And then the antihistamine are tiny weeny little things. These water purification tabs, again, are separate, so you're not mixing things up thinking you're going to save space. Things that could get mistaken for if you were in a blind panic, or if I was out of commission and I was trying to explain it to someone else, they won't get mixed up. The water tabs are in the survival kit. The medic bits are in those. A whistle, and I've got a little bit of nylon crab line, and that's all bunched up with a Ranger band. Genuine Swiss Army knife. So that's got a good knife, good saw. Yeah, we got her in the end. So check the red light's running. There he is. So there it is with the good saw, scissors, small knife, screwdriver, bottle opener, can opener, main blade, and all the little rinky dinks on the back with a lanyard. I haven't lost the toothpick and the tweezers yet, which is quite impressive for me. So Swiss Army knife. Must be a bit more yet. I want to leave this big item to the end. Some cordage, but it's got glow in the dark bits on it. And now we're finally at this one. I've actually got a survival blanket. Now we're going back to the tea light. That's a system. Okay? If you're hypothermic, you are losing heat, you are over cold, you can rapidly get your body core temperature back up. And so Armored Cockroach do this. I haven't tried it, but this is what this system's in for. You put the tea light in there. You're not going to be able to hold that, okay, if you're hypothermic. You're going to be juddering. There's the phone. I'll have to get that in a minute. Yes, I want a chicken legend. So you're going to McDonald's, are you? Yeah, the deli chicken with the sweet chili sauce. You know the one? Park and Ride with Busy? Yeah. Was it? Oh dear. Okay. You looking after Mummy? Hello, yous. Busy bath, was it? Okay, doke. Oh, you've let him go his merry little way, have you? Okay. Playing with fire? Fire. That's fire breathers, yeah. People play with fire, that's like preppers. Oh, he was actually using the camera, was he? Well done, Mitch. Yes. Definitely. I don't know, he's a funny one. Yeah, I'll have a dead chicken with a chili, please. Okay, pop it. A while. Alright. Love you. Bye. Right. Chicken today. Right, so back to Roach had a survival blanket and he had a mini candle inside it. Now if you billow the candle to billow the candle, billow the blanket out. So this is not the actual flame of the candle, it's going nowhere near the film. This, the blanket, you should be able to get the temperature up where your core is, okay? That will warm you up. But I would envisage using it in the tin, so you've got an opportunity of having it on your lap, maybe one hand holding the blanket around you like that, whilst you hold that like this. I wouldn't advise holding that like this, okay? And the tin can cope with the weight of that quite happily, and any wax would end up in there anyway. So that is a hypothermia system beater. All of that in a Max Position M2 waist pack. Or EDC. Also, swallow. You never know. Just having your bank card on it could get you out of trouble. You break down, well, someone's going to have to pay for a phone call or something if you got to go anywhere, or I don't know. If you got it, you got it. If you haven't, you haven't. And if I remember, inside is this. And this came all the way to Italy with us family. Yes, that got through 4 x-rays. Out of England, into Italy, out of Italy, into England. So much for airport security. I completely forgot about it. Didn't know about it. Goes to prove, doesn't it? Was I a threat? No. Was that a threat? No. So, let's wind all this up. I'll go to camera in a second. See you in a bit. Right. Now, if I was at work, I'd have that. What have I got in here? Jedi flask. 2 knickknacks. Got that. Got that. Got that. There's one extra little thing in there. Must be in this packet. Just have a few pencils. There it is. Sunglasses. All of that. A thumping great bag. That's me American desert burger I got at the bushcraft gathering, wilderness gathering. And we start again. Huge first aid kit. Let's distribute this. Water, hot drinks if needed, compass, Swiss Army knife, first aid, first aid, first aid. I've got a lot of packing up to do. So, this first aid kit, a pot with just the things in. I just carry it. Then this one, another survival blanket, cotton buds, Mozzie wristband. I'm going to put this just off camera to the front, alright? Another Mozzie wristband. Should be able to see that. Next one. Very huge first aid kit. We've got Joyrides, we've got lip balm, we've got antihistamine, we've got more antihistamine, we've got more Joyrides. Now, if I remember, this is oral painkiller we bought in Italy because Amber wasn't very well. Sugar plasters. Put that up here because I don't want to mix it up. Insulation tape. A whistle. I got to hide the card from me wife when she finally gets her job. Shh, you ain't seen nothing, right? She's out so I can show it. Charger for my phone. Ferro rod with a carbide scraper. Scraper? Could be a scraper. And an LG 30 quidish phone, which this is where you can slap my wrist. I probably haven't charged that up since I went out with Funky Prepper. I'm not a phone type of guy. If you've got to phone yourself out of trouble, that's because you're in trouble. Got a cheap ass Rayovac torch. And when I changed to Bruce's torch on my EDC, which was that pouch over there, this is just the Rolson one got there. So 2 torches in there. He's also got a compass on the outside, and then on the concealed carry permit-y thingy on there, I don't know if I got anything in there. Well, oh, sorry, after a Ruger, but I ain't got one in there. So that's in my bag, which I carry around town, officer, with all that on it. Oh darn! And then there's me keys. So there's me scenic squidger digger. Some more paracord with reflective lighty bits on it. Let's get a torch, see if it floats up. Glow in the dark, I think, as opposed to. Look, what's this? How many torches? I love mini torches. What we got on here? Got a radiator key. Ex-engineer as I am. I've got a mini Gerber multi-tool. Quite handy. The knife is very good on this actually. I've got a acrylic ruler. Well, it will melt, so there is actually some fuel potential in that. One of those pound trolley things. If you were stuck and you had access to a disabled toilet for shelter or a bunk, or what can I say? What's the room they do? Panic room. I'd get into a disabled toilet with that. Another bit of paracord. My Spyderco Honeybee I won with Chief Monkey J in one of his competitions. Anything else useful? Front door key, back door key. I think that's about it. Next job, charge me phone up because my missus will probably want to get hold of me. But shelter, water, cooking, fuel, cooling, heating, more heating, cooling, knife saw, fire steel, torch, fire loads, navigation, food, fixing, first aid, blade, first aid, shelter, body core temperature regulation, water purification, second fire with char cloth, now first aid stacked up with cotton wool cordage toy, first stage, storage, torch, writing, weapon. It's not kinky.
So yeah, I think you get the point. It's not that I'm great at doing all this bushcraft and prepping stuff. It's not that I'm that skilled, but I've got a lot of cheap things that I've religiously or diligently carry to cover a lot of bases. Where I do fall down is me and mobile phones just do not get on. I think since my wife bought me my Nokia 3220 when Janice was 2, so that's 9-10 years, I've only put in 7 top-ups. So I've only had 7 £10 top-ups in like 10 years. Very rarely use a mobile phone. I've broken 3. So the day they come up with a big, chunky, basic phone that doesn't break, that's when I'll probably invest in one. Until then, they're knickknacks that just, to me, are unreliable. Yeah, it needs to be made of something more solid than the plastic in the circuits that they are. Now, in terms of picking the next 3, I'll say, I don't know where we've already been tagged, so in which case, I'll do RDP Project, so Rob Phillips, Spartan Johns, Dennis, and another guy, I'll do Darren, who's the guy who just sent me the torch, Dar3N, Big Darren. So thanks to Sandy from JackLore, Wiltshire Man, for the tag, and let's see, it's more of a marathon than a walkthrough. So I'll see you on the next one. Scott from Wessex Blades with my EDC dump. See you on the next one.